Hiya guys, and you join me on the banks today at St James's in Tredegar on my little local club lake. Didn't get here till about 7 o'clock, so setting up in the pitch black. I joined today by my old buddy Kian. His rod's only been out a few hours yourself, Kian, eh? A couple of hours yourself, and he's just managed to land his first little carp, lovely little looking scaly. So we're going to get him out now, get him onto the mat, and we'll have a look at him. And just to mention guys, this is my first blog. It's going to be actually going live. Been some time coming, just been waiting for the equipment to sort it all out. So here's the first fish, and hopefully I can bring you a few more, and maybe get into a few of the bigger ones in here. Nothing massive in here. Biggest one I think that'll come out over previous years is about £20 and a few ounces, so nothing special, but nonetheless there's some cracking looking fish in here to have a go at. So if you're local to the Tredegar area, you're looking for a little water to come and maybe get a bend in a rod, this would be ideal for a starter, young kids, even the experienced angler. So we get him out now guys, and give you a quick look at him. And here it is guys, this is Kian's lovely little scaly one. It's absolutely freezing. So in fairness to him, he's done really well to nick one out so early. The temperature's got to be well below freezing now with the wind chill. And it's nice for him to appear in my very first blog. Well done, bud. Hopefully we'll bring you a few more and we'll update you in a bit guys. I'm just going to have a cup of tea now, get this fish back, and hopefully a few more to come, and maybe a couple of the bigger ones. Well guys, I've eventually I've got my 2 rods out. I've got one more to do now. It's been a bit of a slow one. It's very, very cold. Thank God for my shelter of the bivvy, because without it, God, it would be brutal. And yeah, it's hopeful. There's obviously some fish feeding. I'm fishing an area lake that I don't usually fish. Especially in the winter. It is quite shallow down here, but there has been some fish showing and signs of where they are. So it'd be silly to especially in the middle of the winter. After all, it is the 17th of December, and it's in winter. You just have to go where let the fish show you where they are, rather than try and chase them around, because this time of year, as we all know, well, more experienced of us. And this is just something for the less experienced angler to maybe bear in mind, that in the winter the fish are less active. Sometimes they can and will lie on the bottom of the lake in one place for long periods of time, and it's definitely a lot more challenging this time of year, and a lot more rewarding for me anyway to catch them in the winter, rather than in the summer when they're at their busiest, and they're feeding confidently and constant having feeding spells. And so yeah, it's been a long day. I've come straight up here from work, so I'm gonna get my final rod out now guys. I would film it for you and show you the spots, but it is pitch black out there, and it's quite tricky to see where we're going and what we're doing with things. And so in the morning now, unless you see me through the night with a fish, in the morning I'll just talk you through what rigs I've chosen, my tactics, and I'll maybe I can show you some of the spots that I've chosen to fish on this session. I am only here till around about just after dark tomorrow, so hopefully that's enough time for me to put a few fish on the bank for you. And right, for now I think it's time to get the kettle on, have a cup of tea, and I'll catch you in the morning, unless I have a fish through the night. Cheers guys. Well, good evening guys. I'm not quite sure what the time is, but I've just had a part of a double take. It's the first one, nice little guy, a little common. Give him a bit of coat for himself though, but nice to nick bites in these cold temperatures. And here's the second one guys. He's slightly larger. yeah, just 2 minutes of madness. Thanks guys, and Skiddy's back, and thank you for watching. Oh, good morning guys. It's around about 7:45 AM now in the morning, and my left hand rod is just melted off, absolutely screamed off. It's a lovely little leather here. He wants to behave, he's angry. Oh, he's angry little bugger. Oh, he's very angry, not happy. He's got a nasty little mark in his tail. Oh. Oh. If he's going to behave for me and show him to you guys. Well guys, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning now, and seen a few fish showing just to my right hand side, so I opted to go for a single, just a little single pop up cast at the showing fish, and landed exactly on now within the rings of where they were showing. And yeah, about half an hour later, this little fella rattled off with a stick perfectly in the bottom lip. Nothing, again, not big, but lovely little fish nonetheless. And you know, it's not all about the size of them. Sometimes just about the enjoyment of catching them. And oh yeah, I can't fault the session so far for a winter session. So let's get this guy back now and talk through some tactics and some rigs. Right then guys, I'll just thought now I got 5 minutes. I just missed a run actually on my left hand rod, so it's a perfect opportunity to show you what rigs I've chosen and for this session, and go through some tactics that I've decided to go with, and you know, try and get some of these little fish on the bank for you. And it's slightly, you know, it's quite mild at the moment, so there's a few signs of activity out there, and it's looking quite, now it is looking positive, other than having blinging, well, actually I've actually got a dog on the far bank now going in the water, but there we are. I suppose that's all part and parcel of you know, being a local lake with, you know, public access, and just you know, you just get on with it, and everybody, you know, finds their own way to enjoy things, I suppose. But yeah. Well, anyway guys, the rig I've chosen for this session is I like to call it the combi rig. It's just a little braided section here down to the hook with a loop onto some 20 pound IQ2 as the boom, the little sinker there, and just a simple bait screw and bead there on the hook. A bit of shrink tube in over the eye just to aid the turn and hopefully give me better hook goals. Just obviously then you have your lead clip tail rubber, the little 3-ounce lead there, down to then the anti-tangle sleeve, just helps to kick things all away. And I decided to use just a little white trimmed down bug wafter from DNA Baits, and a little mesh bag of the bug pellet Monster baits, test bait, what I like to call a nutty bait, because I'm not quite sure, don't believe it actually has a proper name yet. With some crushed up Monster Baits ice, and Simply Nuts, they're Simply Nuts bait gravy. Just cover that in, just put that in the boat and take it out. Just a little tiny parcel, you know, just something, just enough to get a bite. You know, after all, it is winter, so we don't really want to go piling in the kilos and kilos of bait in for the sake of it. And just clip on a little mesh bag here then. And, we pop that into the boat. Just ensures, you know, obviously if you've got the luxury of using boats on your water, just ensures you get to put your rigs pretty much spot on first time, rather than, you know, sometimes having to do recasts and, you know, possibly scaring fish out of your area. So yeah, it's gonna just go get this rod out now, and come back and hopefully I'll update you guys in a bit with a few more fish. So yeah, we've got some nice little visitors here. Yeah, just having a little walk there, and picking bits and bobs up, and I'll actually I'll just before we get this rod up, just show you the spots here that they've chosen for this session. There's my left hand, obviously you can see my right hand rod is still out at the moment, and but my left hand rod they've chose to fish just about 3/4 of the way across, just towards this bushy tree. You can see just yeah, 3/4 of the way across there is where my left hand rod is. Which in fairness, where you know, it's done most of the bites for me. And my right hand rod then, there's a bed, a patch of lilies just there, and I've got my right hand rod then just about here in this little gap here, and both of them are on the same bait, so same style, same approach, just a little parcel of bait. And yeah, so far, you know, I can't complain. It's you know, setting up in the dark and all that is definitely worth it, like, for the fish I've had. So he's just, you know, used to getting this rod out and hopefully try and get into one of the bigger ones for you guys. So I'll update you in a bit, guys. Right, well then guys, not quite sure what the time is, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, and my right hand rod's just gone off again with another little common. Probably the biggest one I've had so far, I would have thought. It's not terribly big, maybe scrape a double. Just this one's falling just to a washed out yellow pop up. You know, again, fishing to the lily bed that I showed you guys earlier. Yeah, so it's turned into a productive session after all, and setting up in the dark just goes to show that your efforts do equal reward. Slip this guy back now, get some pictures and slip him back, and hopefully I'll update you in a bit with another fish. Well guys, coming towards the end of the session now. I've decided to park up a little bit earlier than normal, just so I can still see what I'm doing. So I start carting my stuff up to the car park now, and still got the rods left now. I'm going to pull them in. It'll be the last session out for this year. Get on to the bigger waters again next year and try and bring you guys some bigger ones, and you know, try and progress and hopefully improve these videos. If there's anything you guys would like to see or think that I could do to make them better for yourselves to view, please leave a comment in the comment section. And I understand, I know I'm new and these videos are going to be far from perfect, and but if you know, if you'd like to subscribe and follow me for future videos and you know, please feel free to do so. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed the session myself. Can't complain for a winter session. I hope that you know, if you do get out now between now and the new year, I hope you all have tight lines and bag yourself a few chunks. And I look forward to seeing them. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys hopefully now in the new year. But for now, have a nice Christmas and a happy new year. And I'll catch you all again, guys.